I need you to like the video. See, I don't like begging for likes, but these next 10 builds I'm going to show you guys are all legendary. This is my Comp Pro and Big Man build I call Lex Luthor. It hits all elite ratings. Now, I got something else elite, and that is this gameplay in the background. It is my Pro-Am team taking on the #1 team in the world. That's going to be a banger of a background video for you guys to watch while I yap about the top 10 builds I have made all year. And since these 10 builds all get the perfect score of 100 out of 100 and achieve legendary status, I will show two variations for each build. Now, without further ado, let's start with number 10, and that is our Wonder Woman build. Wonder Woman is our 6'9" power forward that can do it all, well-rounded, but it mainly specializes in defense. It gets 92 perimeter and 97 block. That 97 block gives you Hall of Fame Paint Patroller, Hall of Fame High Fly Denier. You want to plus one those to Legend. And then 92 perimeter gives you gold defensive badges. But since you're 6'9", on ball menace, pick dodger, and challenger all become tier 2 badges. So those are very easy to plus one and plus two to Hall of Fame and Legend as well. So now you have an ultimate defender that gets maxed out speed and agility and that can guard every position on the court. Now, when I made this build, I thought I cooked, but you guys thought the build was chopped. You guys voted the Wonder Woman build as the worst build of the superhero week. That one I disagreed with, but somebody I definitely disagreed with it was Boom. Boom actually made the build, and Boom saw the ranking of Wonder Woman. He's ready to write. He was trying to revoke people's rights to vote and everything. He said, y'all should not vote on any more polls. Y'all don't know what y'all are talking about. This, that, and the third. But Boom ended up making the build, and he vouched for it so much, other people started making the build, and everybody that made the build says it's one of the best they ever played with all year, or the best they ever played with all year. So I love to hear you guys say that stuff about my builds, but Boom sent us some clips, and you can actually see the Wonder Woman build in action. So, it's a very good build. It can get steals, shoot threes, score all three levels, score with the bat to the basket, dribble, create its own shot, play lockdown defense, get snatch blocks. It can do everything. It's an all-around build, like I said. But the reason it's at number 10 is I almost gave it a 99 score. It's the closest one to the 99 score. The reason why is I think the 6'8" power forwards are better than the 6'9" ones. We have not ranked the 6'8" ones yet. But the reason I gave this one a 100, when you look at the other builds we had to the 99 rating, I felt like a taller version was better. Where in this case, I think the smaller version is better. So although I do think the 6'8" is better, if you do decide to go to a 6'9" power forward, you do get that extra inch of height. So that kind of makes up for it. And then it kind of becomes a personal preference type of thing, right? Because I like the combination that 6'8" can get of 93 block and 94 steal, where the 6'9" can get 97 block or even 99 block with 85 steal. So the 6'9" is more block dependent, where I think the 6'8" is a little bit more all around, but still 85 steal at the height, 6'9", 7'3" wingspan. It's not going to feel like a normal 85 steal, especially you guys plus 2 the interceptor. Now 2K Lab says interceptor doesn't matter when you plus 2 it. 2K Court Vision says it kind of does. I experimented with interceptor on my 6'2 PG when the game first came out. I plus 2 my interceptor and I was averaging like 4 to 5 steals per game. I think it does matter. But here's a 6'9 version that's very similar to the 6'8 power forward Zeus build, where it can get 94 defensive rebounding, so it's a little bit heavier and a little bit slower. And here's a 6'9 version that can get that 99 block. I think you have to sacrifice too much to get that 99 block, so I prefer the 97 block versions. But those are two variations right there. Wonder Woman is at build number 10. Now, at build number 9, we have Odin. Odin is our perfected Kawhi build, the 6'6" ISO lockdown. And this build is incredible. It can do it all. You can take it to the 2s, you can take it to the 3s, you can take it to the 1s, 5v5, it doesn't matter. It can score all 3 levels. It has elite defense to guard the other team's best player. It can snag rebounds. It can get contact dunks. It can create its own shot. There is no weakness on this build. Now, there is another 6'6" lockdown I haven't revealed yet. That lockdown doesn't have the mid-range. So that lockdown you can customize a little bit more. And that's why I have that lockdown above. You guys can find a really good jumper for the 85 3-ball rating. That's a really good lockdown. But if you guys are like me, you can't shoot with that 85. You need that 89 for the Ray Allen base. Look into this Odin build. The Odin build is very, very fire. And like I said, you can take it to any game mode and will dominate. Now, here's version number 1. This is the 99 perimeter and 99 steal version. very fire version here. If you guys don't care for the 86 speed with ball, you guys can lower that to get more ball handle naturally without using cap breakers, get more speed or more pass accuracy. And here's the Trey Magnum type of version where you go super heavy on the weight. And you got to choose between gold rebound chaser or that gold set shot specialist. It depends on what one you guys want, but you just got to raise or lower the wingspan by one. That's Odin, and that is at build number 9. Now, build number 8 is the build I showed you guys in the beginning. That is our Lex Luthor big man build at the height 6'11", made for Comp Pro Am. Now, originally when I was doing the rankings, I didn't think this big man was better than a lot of the other big men. But then I got to think about how important that brick wall badge is to have whenever you're setting screens 100 times in the game and stuff like that on a lockdown that has Legend Pick Dodger and stuff. You need that badge on Legend if you're really trying to make the best build possible. So it's tough to go up to 99 strength. You got to invest a lot. The best way to do it, in my opinion, is go 91 strength and then plus 2 the brick wall. Now, the height 6'11", what I like about this one is you can go up to 95 strength and still be good speed and agility wise. Where you make a 95 strength 7-footer, I think you do become a tad bit too slow. So the 6'11" has a slight speed advantage on the 7-footers whenever you guys go for that super high strength. But the 6'11s can also get 73 steal, which the 7-footers cannot do. 73 steal is Silver Interceptor. And when I show you guys those Lex Luthor clips, you guys are going to be like, whoa. Some of those steals you get, especially with a long wingspan, are very, very crazy. No exaggeration. I was at half court and the dude my opponent tried to throw to was in the paint and I stole the ball. Granted, I was right in front of him, but I was like, wow. I haven't seen a steal animation that crazy all year. And that's due to just having that super long wingspan. Now, what I really didn't like about the first Lex Luthor, I did give it max wingspan, and that's great if you guys can shoot on that lower 3-ball rating. But you do go up to that middle wingspan. You do find this nice thing of 83 3-ball for the Bronze Limitless, 85 mid-range for Silver Deadeye, and at 85 you get some really good jump shot bases. So you get all the good jump shot bases you guys want. For mine in particular, I need 86. I will show that jumper in the Lex Luthor video. But that jumper is really for people that shoot with square. If you shoot with rhythm, don't get your hopes up because it's not a great shot for tempo shooters. But if you're a button shooter like me, it's a fire jumper. Now, here's the build once again. You guys can see the build can do everything. There's no weakness on the build with the exception of the block. But we'll talk about that block when we talk about our next build. But this is variant number 2, and this is a double 99 rebounding version of Lex Luthor. So it's at the height 6'11". Here's that one, and of course it gets that 84 block as well. But you want to make a big man with more block, or you really want to make a big man with the double 99s. I recommend you guys do make that at the 7-foot height. So the 7-footers don't get the steal that the 6'11s can get, and they're just a tad bit slower. It's not really anything crazy, so you do go up to 7 foot. You're not really missing out on too much speed or agility. But the 7-footers get more attribute points, and it's easier to get the block higher. So you can actually make one with 99 O board and 93 block, 91 strength, and all that stuff as well. It's a little bit tougher to do. One of my members, Kobe, made it. And I won't share his build because he didn't want me to share it and stuff, but he definitely cooked up on that one. I will show you guys the double 99 dark side build with the Shao Kahn wingspan. I know a lot of you guys like that Shao Kahn wingspan. For those that don't know what the Shao Kahn wingspan is, it's that medium wingspan. So it's not maximum wingspan. It's the medium one like I did on Lex Luthor, where it's good enough to get the good jumpers and stuff you want. But you don't have the T-Rex arm, so you can still snag rebounds, block shots, and do stuff like that. Now, when you do the fusion dance and you combine Shao Kahn and Lex Luthor and Shao Kahn and Darkseid, I do think Shao Kahn pairs better with Lex Luthor because you get better shooting ratings and attributes that you hit threshold-wise. While on Darkseid, you're going to have to pick and choose, right? So depending on what you go with the wingspan, you're either going to get like 99 O board, or you're going to have to give up that 99 O board so you can keep the 87 driving up for the silver posterizer and the driving contact dunks, or you're going to have to give up that bronze limitless and stuff like that. You're going to have to pick and choose, so you're a little bit more restricted on what you can and can't do on the build compared to the 6'11" height. So that's why I actually think the max wingspan is the best thing you guys can have when it comes to making the 7-foot bigs. Now, when you think about these big men builds, they are absolutely insane to think about. I'm talking about builds that get legend rebounding badges, legend physical badges, because you get the pogo stick, you get legend brick wall, you get legend defensive badges. So you guys go for that 88 block combination for the goal high flying denier. You guys can plus 2 that to legend. You get legend playmaking badges with the break starter. and you get really elite shooting. So that will be Hall of Fame. But legend finishing badges, you guys want to like +2 your posterizer, which is a tier 2 badge at these heights, or +2 your rise up, wherever the case may be. +1 your aerial wizard. Like these big men have no weakness. The fact they get everything you want on a big and then some, they're absolutely incredibly tough to make. I know a lot of people are going to want me to make these builds next year and stuff like that. Or they try to discredit the work I did this year, be like, oh, you're making builds for 25 cat breakers. I don't want y'all to ever get it twisted. I can make all these builds for 5 cat breakers. Of course, you're going to have to sacrifice stuff like that. And I will show you guys the best builds on the game for 5 cat breakers after we finish the series. And that's not really for this video. That's going to be our 2K27 warm-up. We got to get back to practicing making builds for fewer and fewer cat breakers. Why? Because 2K27 is right around the corner, and y'all know how they do. They ain't gonna let you carry your cap breakers over from 2K26 over to 2K27. They're gonna reset you all the way back down to 0, and they probably make so much money with this cap breaker stuff, with people messing up their builds, not knowing what they can do, or cap breaker combinations getting glitched out later on that we didn't know right away. So people are remaking builds that way and stuff, and they're not giving people the right to respec builds and stuff like that. Yes, I see everything the community's talking about. I will make a whole video about 2K's not micro but macro transactions and their greedy practices and stuff like that. In the future, I will put 2K on blast. I do think they have some shady and scummy tactics. They're very greedy and money hungry, and they're a bad company all around. But we as consumers can fight back. If we all come together as a community, we can revolt and we can go on strike. We can make our voices heard and make our impact felt. Now, I know a lot of people be like, oh, we should have done this 5 to 10 years ago. I agree. But it's not too late. It's never too late to do the right thing. We just going to have to fight harder and fight smarter to make sure we can get some change going on in the community and stuff like that. Now, here's a double 99 offensive and defensive rebounding version of Dark Side. This is a really good one in my opinion. I like this one more than the 611 double 99 version. And here's another one where we lower the defensive rebounding and you go up to 88 block. So you want a little bit more block. That's always good to go with. I think 93 block and 77 interior is the best combination in the game. My 84 block Lex Luthor has got posterized one time. It was like the LeBron James on Jason Terry dunk. I won't lie to you. The man was standing over me and everything. I had to call a timeout real quick. Like, yo, ref, get this man off me. Or tee him up. This is very unsportsmanlike right now. Thankfully, I wasn't streaming or anything, but I'm like, dang. Can't go out like that. So you guys want a little bit more block, you guys can make the second version. When it comes to the double 99 rebounding, I do think it does matter. So 2K Court Vision had this thing where it came down to 87 rebounding. I don't like, maybe you get the plus 12 boost according to 2K Court Vision on the Legend Rebound Chaser. You won't notice a difference. From what I played on my Lex Luthor, my offensive rebounding at 99 is far superior than my defensive rebounding at 90. I get a lot of animations where I'm like, yo, I did not expect to get that rebound whatsoever on the offensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, I don't get those animations nearly as often. Now that's Dark Side, and that's build number 7. Now we're on to build number 6 and the final build of this video, and that is the 6'3" point guard Liu Kang. And honestly, I don't even know how y'all did this, but somehow y'all had Liu Kang as the worst build of Mortal Kombat Week and Kratos as the best build, when they are nearly identical builds. The 6'3" and the 6'4" heights have the same playmaking cat breakers that are super glitchy because you're able to get the ball handle cat breakers as well. But the 6'3" gets more attribute points, and you can go up to 183 pounds and maintain that 91 speed with ball in the slender body type. When you go above 178 pounds on 6'4" height, you miss out on that Hall of Fame lightning launch. So you kind of are more restricted when it comes to the 6'4" versus the 6'3". And at the height 6'3", you also get some unique combinations, like you can get 92 perimeter to pair with the 93 dunk and the 96 three ball and stuff like that. So that's a unique thing to have. In addition to being 6'3", you get more attribute points. So you're able to modify the builds a little bit more to your liking. But you also get the mini marksman badge. You can't get pogo stick, right? So the 6'4" gets pogo, the 6'3" gets mini marksman. You can't have both of them on the same build, so it's a trade-off there, either or. Which one's better? It kind of depends. I didn't have a lot of respect for mini marksman, but you guys saw in this video, I had a 54% smother gather shot. Mini marksman popped up on that one. I played on my 6'3" Liu Kang build. I don't think I hit on the 6'4". But there's other times I'm on the 6'3" and I shoot a contested shot like only 5%. But I'm like, I think I'm my 6'4", that one where I just said open. Now, mini marksman, I feel like I do hit those contested shots way more often. But truth be told, I'm like, that shot probably shouldn't have been contested anyways, right? So that's the difference between the 6'3" and the 6'4", and that's kind of why I have the slight edge to the 6'4". Now, here's a version of Liu Kang with 94 ball handle capabilities for Gold Ankle Assassin and Hall of Fame handles for days. Then those can be +1 to +2 to Legend. It's great for you're guarding people off ball. And here's a version with a higher perimeter defense. This is great you're guarding people on ball. The ball handle does go down to 92, but that's still plenty for all the good animations. Now, that will conclude this video. I want you guys to tell me which build was too low, which build was too high. Do you guys agree with any of these? Disagree? Let me know down below in the comment section. But I also want you guys to leave this comment in particular. I want to do another giveaway. If you guys can successfully order the last 5 builds from 1st to 5th, I will give you guys $10, right? So please, one comment per. Don't spam 25 different combinations on some, all right, I'm guaranteed to win now. No, let's not go crazy. But you guys can order the final 5 builds. I will give you guys $10. The final 5 builds are these listed in alphabetical order. My Green Lantern build, that is a 6'8" meta shooting guard perfected T-Mac build. My Joker build, that is a 6'6" pure lockdown. My Kratos build, my 6'4" point guard build with the playmaking cat breakers. My Superman build, my 6'8" popping power forward build. So it's a 6'8" power forward with strength. And then my Zeus build, my 6'8" power forward build without strength. Successfully rank those 5 builds, and I will gift you $10. You guys will have about 48 to 72 hours to do this, because that's by the time the next video will be out. So make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any of the upcoming giveaways, and so you guys can be tuned in for the next video and know if you did win or not. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you guys on the next one. God bless.